And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome everybody to Crashing Game Night. My name is Matt Diorio, your host. As always, we're joined by the Beanied One, Gerard Barrera.
Hey, what's up, nerds? How's it going? What's happening? I don't want to speak too much because I take everybody's sign in.
Oh my
So,
lord.
hey, how are
Yeah,
you?
you do. You do.
Ew,
okay.
ew.
The babyface one,
It's nothing
Theowalski.
about length. It's about that you steal pieces of ours. You can,
Ah.
Sorry, I don't realize
All
I
right.
do.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the babyface one, Theowalski.
yeah, I'd like to see you steal Babyface from me. Let's just see how that works.
No,
I just
Hey,
want that.
Oh,
You
man.
know,
Cool,
the
dude.
requirement to
I'm cool.
have it. I just want to
I
see
could do it.
one time.
I'll change it up for him. And then our
no,
And-
no.
putting him at the
No.
back end of the introductions where he belongs. Our maitre d' services, the man with the couch, the man, the myth, the legend, the lion's mane, Jason Belidio.
How's it going, guys? How's it going? Hopefully, today is the first of
It
April.
is.
So I'm
Is it
shocked
really?
Matt didn't set something up. They're like, you know what?
Nah,
How do you know it's still early in the show, sir?
I know. Fair enough.
it's
fair
still
enough,
early,
fair
but
enough.
It's true.
you know, it is weird. It is April 1st and we're doing this. However, I did go back and I was rewatching some of our E3 stuff
Mhm.
on our YouTube channel, and just the video where Jerry's got to apologize to Square.
Oh god,
It's always the best.
Good
we're
time.
never gonna get rid of that.
Nope. It's
But
on the
no,
internet. It's there
today's-
forever,
It's on the
sir.
internet,
Yes,
yeah,
it's
it's on the
forever.
internet.
And
But
we
that
have
was a good
copies.
day. That was a that was
Yeah.
bittersweet because that was the day that we
It
met.
was only 10 years in the making.
That's when we met John, right?
Yes.
Yes, that was the year we met John.
Mm-hmm.
So it was bittersweet. It was a love-hate relationship day. You know, we had some good stuff, and then I had to eat my words. Little
Yeah,
bit?
just a little.
Just a little bit. Oh, actually, this is very within topic. It's actually very funny you mentioned that the Spider-Man 3 dance that I had to do for Square. You'll never guess what got announced by Hasbro.
Jesus.
Oh God.
Spider-Man 3 black suit, but comes with emo Tobey
Oh
Maguire
my
head.
god.
I
That's
have
hilarious.
to buy it by that basis alone.
That's pretty
I
amazing.
can't believe they did but they really did. It looks so good.
Well, real quick, talk about Spider-Man.
But
Did
that-
you
but
see did you see they announced the title of the new Spider-Man movie?
Yeah.
Brand New Day.
Brand new day, and I guess Feige or someone else confirmed that we are also getting a brand new suit too in the movie.
Yeah, we're gonna get two.
Oh,
Interesting.
well, there you go. Yeah.
Well, no, so Brand New Day should be where we get the Venom suit.
Sick.
Oh, sweet. If they're gonna tie that in already.
They're
That'd be
supposed.
sweet.
That was what I heard originally is like because that whole ending to the third Venom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we'll still see.
whatnot.
That still depends on the
Yeah.
on the deal, but if
Dude,
that's it, then like hopefully that's Tom Hardy or they're gonna recast. But hopefully we'll hear news about that.
somebody
but-
put out an April Fool's joke showing the Marvel chairs and going, "Here's
Oh,
more
yeah.
announcements." And Tom Holland was in there, Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
like
Just to make people go crazy.
But we did hear just one piece of casting news, which was Sadie Sink from Stranger Things was casted. Her role was not said,
Ooh.
but she was casted for the new Spider-Man movie. Yeah.
Granted, at least they would be going back to the roots of MJ, but I kind of hope she's not MJ.
I'm hoping to. I like Zendaya. I like her quirkiness from the other.
I don't want
movies.
Zendaya's MJ back either.
Oh no.
No.
I think they have good chemistry, even though they are like actually together. I liked her in it.
No, I like Zendaya, but I mean, like the way they wrote MJ in the Homecoming series.
You want
was just,
classic
like,
MJ, like go get him,
Yeah.
Tiger. Like yeah. I
Go get
kind
him,
of missed
Tiger,
that too.
yeah.
I did miss that, but
Like-
I was cool with Zendaya's.
I want a bridge between Zendaya and Kristen Dunst, and that would be the perfect MJ.
I get you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. So let's talk some CinemaCon stuff, right?
Yeah, there were some announcements.
Some decent stuff. For day one, like we talked about. So we got Brand New Day for Spider-Man. That
Oh,
tentatively is slated for July 31st of 2026.
it's still pretty
So
good.
that's pretty aggressive though, being it's April of 2025 already. So that means they've
They
already
should have started
production.
filming by
You
now.
would
Yeah.
hope.
That's awesome.
Then we also got Beyond the Spider-Verse, the second part.
It's actually coming. I thought it officially got
Yes.
canceled.
So no,
No.
yeah, apparently it was still being worked on. They even got to
thank
see a
God.
scene. Yeah. And
Um,
yeah, so
however-
you have the date?
June 4th of 2027.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
We're waiting 2
Okay.
years.
That's a way.
It is
Yeah.
a ways, but at least it's still being worked on. It didn't get canceled or shelved or on hiatus, but
Yep.
yeah. And obviously, like, thank God they were showing progress, because yeah, I guess the scene was like it was awesome. Like the footage was awesome. So that gets me excited.
Yeah, I'll just share my screen so we can see this next part. With that, a Beatles biopic was announced.
Which I think
And-
is well deserved, especially like
I
saw it yesterday,
like that cast.
and I
But
liked
they don't
yesterday.
look like them. I'm
no,
sorry.
dude,
No, they're too good
Give
looking.
it-
They're too
no,
good
no.
looking. They need
Give
to
it
be
a mo-
more
no, no.
dorky.
Wait
They need
until
to be dorky. That's
I'm
what's
telling
great
you-
about Beatles.
Wait until they go through their transformation. Give it a moment. Like, wait until we see the trailer. But because that's a talented cast.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. It's talented
But
cast,
I
mean,
understand they are way too pretty. But
Yeah.
I would say, like, give it at least the trailer. I want to see how they transform.
okay, as long
Yeah.
as they
Because
don't
if
have
they-
like Snow White treatment for the dwarves or anything like that.
That's what I mean. Like,
Trying to
or if they
find
go
the-
prosthetic, or if they're just going themselves, then yeah, I agree. They're too pretty. They're too handsome.
Yeah, Lionsgate had their announcements today. But the big one, I'm trying to find it for you guys. Oh, that's Mark Hamill. But can't find it. Anyways,
Are
so
you looking for the Batman news?
no, there wasn't. I didn't see Batman news.
I don't know if that was an April Fool's
Are you
thing.
looking for the John Wick news?
Yes, I was going to do the John Wick news for you guys.
Oh my god.
So,
yes, thank you.
Not only is
I
there
heard.
the new chapter for John Wick coming, they're also getting a animated prequel
Yes.
Of the Impossible Task,
of
baby.
the
Yes.
Impossible Task.
That means we get to see the first pencil kill, baby. Mm. Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
But
Oh,
I
so
like
cool.
being a weeb, I really hope that it's anime because anime knows how to do fight scenes right. I'm sorry.
Well,
like
it's okay. I don't want to make you worry already, but I can almost guarantee it's most likely going to be with Netflix. So I don't know what
but Netflix
animation
is
they'll go with.
Netflix does work with anime companies too.
True, but we
So
don't know
they
which
could.
direction they're going to go with that. But it
Because
is
I mean, like
hopeful because they're
Blue
doing the
Eyed
Berserker.
Samurai was a Netflix original.
Yeah,
and
that was awesome.
That one was pretty good. With
Castle.
the,
I
granted,
still
that's
think
not anime,
Castlevania was a cool animation in anime-ish.
but I don't know. I mean, if we're gonna do it right, like no offense to DC, but I do not want a DC company for any of those DC movies to animate John Wick. No, there ain't no good fight scenes in any of the animated DC movies I have seen in the past decade.
But there was more from the universe, right?
But wait, there's more.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
wasn't
there is a
there
confirmation.
the spinoff.
Well, who was number one man
You
those
mean Ip Man?
It Man, yes, please.
Yes, Ip
What's-
Man.
One man.
I'm sorry. It Man. Who's that? What's that actor's name again?
That's a
Donnie
good
Yen.
question.
He was
I'm looking him
also
up real quick.
Donnie Yen. He
Donnie
was
Yen,
also
Donnie
in
Yen.
And he's going to be
Rogue One.
he's directing himself in it.
He is
So he's doing a spin-off of the blind character that he played
and
in
doing it himself.
4, and yeah, he's directing and starring in the movie, the spinoff.
Donnie
And
Yen, yeah.
they got, I think, a more
It's called
in-depth.
Kane.
Okay, thank you, Kane.
Yeah.
They got a more in-depth trailer on Ballerina, which they got to see an actual fight sequence where with Ana de Armas, and I guess like from the reaction, like it did not miss a beat. It is like everyone's like it's a John Wick movie, like it's gonna be good. So I got a lot of good rapport.
He's got a number of things coming up. So he's got a Ip Man 5, the Kane spinoff.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wait,
I know.
we're on 5?
Yes,
Hitman?
we
That's
are on 5.
crazy.
But I swore that they retired Ip Man.
I thought he retired. I thought he retired that too.
Especially since they did a new Ip Man with like a younger actor, kind of hinting at taking over. But
That's probably why maybe it didn't work.
I don't know. I didn't watch it. It did look good though, but I didn't watch it. You got the Kane spinoff.
But yeah, so it was
then
the
Flashpoint Resurgence. I don't know what that is.
But yeah, so I guess it was the anime, the extended Ballerina trailer, the spinoff, and then they announced
Confirmation for
John Wick 5. Yeah, which is crazy because even after 4, he said, "Well,
that's
done.
what I got a little confused by with the announcement of John Wick 5, because they kind of hinted at it as John Wick 5, but also said that like kind of meshed it, saying that it was Kane as John Wick 5. That's what I got confused by with the announcement. So because my understanding was there was only 3 announcements, which the anime, Ballerina, and
Kane?
John Wick and Kane / John Wick 5. Am I wrong?
No, I was under the impression it was going to be a standalone.
Yes.
Both
Kane's supposed to be a
standalone
standalone.
movies.
Yeah, they're supposed to be standalones.
Okay.
Real quick on
But I don't
Spider-Man.
know. I'll have to check that.
The director of Shang-Chi is going to be
Ooh,
directing.
nice. Okay.
Down. Yeah,
I like that.
They're already on a good course.
Good. Yeah,
Sweet.
because I like the angles of Shang-Chi. I like the direction of Shang-Chi. So I
Dude, it was just a good movie.
Yeah,
Shang-Chi. I my hot take on Shang-Chi is that it was not written great, but it was shot great.
Zendaya is back.
Okay.
For Spider-Man 4. Now the other couple of stuff that they did announce Sony wise is 28 years later. I thought that franchise died off already. Of course, they showed off a little bit more of Karate Kid Legends.
Sweet.
A legacy sequel to I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh my God.
You just need to retire that. Like it's like a generational movie. It's like, oh, new generation, we gotta redo it again.
Leave it at the first one. It was fine.
Every 16 years.
And then scheduled to come out March 26th of 2027.
Zelda.
Really?
Yeah.
Live action.
No way.
Yeah,
I did
live
not hear
action
that.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, I don't either.
So
They confirmed live
Can
action? This is live action?
Can I be honest? It is live action. Can I be honest? God help us. Because it's the studio. No, it's the studio that did Craven and Morpheus.
Oh,
no,
my
it's
God.
not even that. Not even that.
That's not
even
funny.
that.
That's
I mean,
not
the
funny.
question everyone has on their mind is Link going to talk, or is he just going to be like, yeah, the whole
No,
time?
he's
Like,
gonna have to. He has to speak.
Why?
That'd be hilarious.
He doesn't
Or
talk
they, or
at all.
who
He
knows?
does not
Who
speak
knows?
throughout the entirety of Zelda. Even Breath of the
entirety
Wild.
of
Not even the
and Tears of
current
the Kingdom.
games he speaks.
No, the only time he's
No, he doesn't.
spoken is that
He's
like
mute.
what 70s? That 70s
Oh, the cartoon.
cartoon.
Yeah,
The
That's
80s
the only time.
You mean the 80s cartoon that came out
Yeah.
for the 3 what was it? The Philips little
I don't
CD-ROM
remember, but
game system.
yeah, I don't remember,
like
but
that,
I mean,
yeah.
like that's the only time you hear him talk.
Yeah, that's the only time.
That's it. Like throughout the entirety of history.
I don't
like,
know, man. Yeah, I don't know
he
how I
doesn't
feel
talk.
about that.
So I mean, like, wait, is he just gonna be this mute guy that's just like?
I'd be more like optimistic if they said like Mario Brothers live action. I'm like, okay, after the animated success, I get it, try it, but
There was
Yeah,
one
and
already.
you're-
Did you say
There was one
animated
already.
success?
You're only going to be happy if Dennis
The-
Hopper
the-
comes back as Bowser for that. Let's be honest.
Oh,
No.
I'm not, dude. I'm never gonna not say, it. Dude.
Jason, this
it
one?
had its charm.
Yeah.
That Mario
Yeah,
movie
that's the
had
one.
its charm, dude.
1989.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah. That's the only time you hear Link talk.
Yeah.
That's it.
And still,
but
hey,
why
that,
is he?
that
Why
Mario
has he got
movie
brown
had,
hair?
had,
So
had
bad.
character.
So bad.
It was even John Leguizamo said like, dude, they hated making that movie. But I enjoyed it. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
You give me
Zelda.
and you give me shit about liking Mortal Kombat the original over the
No,
new stuff.
I'm just saying, like you kind of up like praise it. I'm just like, hey, like I know to stay grounded. I know the Super Mario movie terrible. Mortal Kombat, it was okay, good for when it came out. Dated now, but it's still a great movie.
Sure, but still, if you were to compare, like
Still had a
side by
great
side, like
soundtrack.
let's say early '90s, even with how bad the CGI in Mortal Kombat was, decent for the time, it was still not as corny as Super Mario Brothers.
Oh hell no, no. I would
So
say
corny.
the first Mortal Kombat movie that came out, I think was the closest, like best representation to a video game movie, because it was a low budget. They tried, they tried what they can do, and I think it looked. I think it was great for the time,
Mhm.
especially for the time.
At the time, it was still terrible. I would have rather watched Demolition Man again.
Hey, I like Demolition Man.
Hey, man,
Exactly.
That's a classic. That's a classic. Yeah.
But the effects were still crap.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was the times though. But like they still kind of went for it, and that's why I think like I do appreciate the Mortal Kombat movie, but I like the current run. It's still like a decently like put together story, but it looks good current. I'm down to just continue watching them, and I'm down for I'm ready to see the sequel. Especially with Carl Urban being Johnny Cage.
We'll see.
I'm down to give it a chance. I mean,
it's Carl Urban. I'll give him a chance.
Yeah.
But
and they added a lot more characters, so
you know what happened the last time they added a lot more characters? We got Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
It didn't look correct. They didn't include all. I didn't say all characters, but they
didn't include all back then either. But they still,
dude, almost. They almost.
I swear, if they include animalities into this,
oh, they'll lose me. They'll lose me. No, keep it like where it is. I like where it's kind of grounded. I mean, it's still a fantasy, but
kind of grounded. Come on.
To a degree. I mean, like it's not like super fantastical. Like there's still like some lore to it, but I like the pace and like where it is going. Like try to keep it there. Don't make it so. Don't go overboard. Yeah, just don't go Annihilation. Please just don't go Annihilation because it was so awful. That
the bar is already set below the ground. You can surpass it. It's pretty easy.
Exactly. Because man, that was like one of the first movies I ever wanted to like consider. Like I think I want my money back. Like I really considered I think I want my money back.
Let's see this now, shall we? Okay, so they've added Shao Kahn.
Yeah,
Johnny Cage.
You have to have Shao Kahn.
Yeah.
You have Kitana. With Quan Chi was he in the first one? Quan Chi?
No, Quan Chi was not.
Okay, he got added.
I think he was mentioned or something.
Okay, hold on.
Oh yeah, Jade is new.
Kano was in the first one, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So is Jax.
Oh no.
We're getting Noob
Saibot, but that's Sub-Zero.
It's Bihan. It's Sub-Zero moving on to that.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got Liu Kang, Shang Tsung, Sindel.
Oh yeah, she's coming.
They're adding King Jared.
Oh no.
You're having Baraka still.
Baraka, yeah. Okay, and then
so here's a whole bunch of other characters, right?
See, okay, but not a crazy amount.
Let's compare, shall we?
Yes, please.
Liu Kang,
this is gonna get
Kitana,
ridiculous.
Raiden, Sonya Blade, Jax, Shao Kahn, Shinnok, Sindel, Jade. Motaro, Shiva, Nightwolf, Johnny Cage,
Ermac, I don't even.
Cyrax,
Jesus.
Scorpion, Noob
Yep.
Saibot, Rain,
Jesus.
Baraka,
Smoke
Smoke,
Sub-Zero.
and Sub-Zero
And
and
oh,
Melina.
dude, Elder Gods are key characters too. And Melina,
Yes.
Scorpion,
So they're
Shang
not
Tsung.
far,
Yeah.
I don't know.
they're
That's
not far
list.
off.
I was gonna say that list actually seems relatively like either the same or slightly shorter.
I mean, 1, 2, 3,
I
4,
think it's a
5,
little bit
6,
more.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19?
19.
Okay. So you got 19.
Okay.
I think Annihilation is going to be longer, but
I don't know. I feel like you're not
4,
scrolling as far
5,
down.
6, 7, 8,
No, I
9,
mean
10,
that's the
11,
main.
12,
Yeah.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
I mean, like,
19,
that's technically
20,
that's
All
multiple
right.
different
21,
people.
22, 23, 24, 25.
Okay.
So they've got them beat by 6. I mean,
Maybe 19
This
is the
is-
magic number. I don't know.
this is so that's what kind of does worry me though, Jerry. You said it yourself, right? They added a whole bunch of characters, right? You added a bunch more characters. I hope the writing is better because if not, we're gonna have Annihilation Part 2.
But you're adding
I don't think so,
additional
'cause,
characters with probably little to no context of them being
Yeah.
added.
There was no
Well, that's
context
why
on why
I
the
think-
other ones
Because
were
I mean,
added
at least with
either.
like Avengers, we had like 40 or 50 characters, but like at least it took like 20 movies in order to figure out who they all were.
Right.
How
But
many
I
movies?
also think that with this movie,
Just
I think the characters that they chose are all going to kind of intertwine into the story. We'll see. Like I said, I'm not going in with high expectations. I just want to be entertained and at least have a story with some lore, how the older games were. So I'm just looking for that. But my I am setting the bar low. I'm just hopeful. I just hope
You tell me
it's
how
gonna
it
be
is, because
I will. I'll go see it. I will definitely go see it.
I will definitely wait for it to stream.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
not, I'm
If
not even
movie
gonna
theaters
wait for
even
it to
still
stream.
exist.
I'm not even gonna like.
Okay, but yeah, I definitely want to. I want to give it a chance. I want to give it a shot.
Yeah.
So I'll check it out.
All right, so let's talk a little Nintendo. So we got a
Oh,
couple
yeah.
things going on. We had the Nintendo Direct last week, and want
Which
to break
we
a little bit of
discussed
that down.
tomorrow.
We
on
have tomorrow. We have the Switch Direct or the Switch 2 Direct. So I'm going to talk about some of our wish lists for that here in a second. But
Yeah.
so real quick from the Direct, it wasn't bad for a Direct that nobody thought we were going to get. Let's be honest.
I was definitely surprised by it.
Surprised when they say, "Hey, by the way, this is happening tomorrow." So they opened it with a Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remake. So they're getting the same treatment as the other Dragon Quest games. You did have a resurrection of a former, and I say former, PlayStation exclusive title in Patapon 1 and 2 coming to the Switch.
Didn't know those.
Yep. It was a rhythm game where you had these little giant creatures.
Come on, bro! Like one of my shirts is the Patapon shirt.
Yeah, I didn't know it.
I
Oh my
remember
God.
that. But that's the one with
I did
like
not
you
know what
do
that
the
was.
different commands by it
Yeah,
by the rhythm or where
of
there's
the
like
beats.
pata porn
Yeah.
to make them go attack or something,
Move
right?
forward. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm.
It seemed.
can't
I
believe-
don't know. It definitely gave me a lot more thoughts of Pikmin, but in my mind, a little
Jerry,
bit
Patapon.
better.
These little guys.
I just felt like it was a little
Yeah.
bit more interactive than
Okay.
Dude, by the
Kind of
way,
remember this.
Pimpkin.
by the way,
Yeah.
I'm trying to have my wife draw up a little one where it's gonna be
Tattoo?
tattooed on me. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Nice.
Like
sick.
a whole line of them,
Yep.
like because they look kind of
Yes.
tribal already.
Mhm.
Dude, it's,
Oh,
it's
dope.
So-
gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah,
That's gonna be
so
awesome.
Patapon is releasing July 11th as Patapon 1 and 2 replay. Then we got a decent look at Metroid Prime 4
Ooh, yes.
and the new
Ooh.
abilities.
Big
And I'm
time for
like,
you. Huh?
and yeah, it's a great time for me because I saw that and I'm like, well, I need to go play some Metroid now.
That's funny.
So we'll talk about that here in a second because my kids help pick the current game I'm working on now.
Oh, nice.
And then Gradius Origins, it's coming out on August 7th, which that's really cool because I can remember playing Gradius 4, which was on the Super Nintendo. I played the crap out of that thing and I loved it. So they're coming out with its Gradius 1 through 3, Salamander 1 through 3, and Life Force. The Necromancer series is coming out with Rift of the Necro Dancer.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So that's coming out. That actually came out on the 27th as a shadow drop that day. So it is out on the Switch already.
Nice.
So they did an extended look at Pokemon Legends Z through A, or ZA rather, which we had to see a lot more than what we'd seen even at the Pokemon, the Pokemon Day Direct. So it looks like could be really fun for those that are the Pokemon fans out there.
I'll be putting a pre-order in.
Some new mechanics and whatnot. So, I'll end up getting it for the boys. They got Everybody's Golf, which was previously on, PlayStation, is now coming to Switch in the form of Everybody's Golf Hot Shots.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember Everybody's Golf. I remember Hot Shots.
I mean,
Yeah,
there was like the Japanese version and the English version.
Oh, okay.
Difference.
Yeah. And then Marvel Cosmic Invasion. So it's
totally down. Definitely down. Going to get that. That looked like a lot of fun.
Yep. And then
the amount of characters too.
They announced an app for your phone called Nintendo Today, which is they're going to start using for news.
Oh,
so you can
sweet.
do your different backgrounds and stuff. And it shows you like on Today, you've got different things like, so it's got a reminder. Of course, I went Animal Crossing just for initial theme. But like, it also shows me, hey, the cherry blossoms are out on your island, this is the only time of year it happens. And you need them for certain recipes.
Cool.
So
Wow.
I can go get cherry blossoms.
Oh.
It even has a countdown, Nintendo Direct for the Switch 2 one day.
I love that. Oh, I'm doing it now.
Yeah, it's free.
That's
and
awesome.
there's different themes and stuff that you can go along with it. There's Mario, there's Zelda, Pikmin. So it's a cool little really cool little thing that they did. And they had Shigeru Miyamoto announce it. But we're gonna head on into the theater for this. This I think is the biggest thing that they announced during the Direct. Which I thought was big. They're going to be doing virtual game cards.
Yeah.
So watch the trailer.
With game cards, you can put a game featuring Mario in this Nintendo Switch system and a Legend of Zelda game in this one, freely inserting the games you have on hand into any system you want. But what if digital games could be as flexible and convenient as game cards? Well, here's what we came up with. Introducing the Virtual Game Card. In the future, virtual game cards can be used for digital games. When purchasing the digital version of a game, it will be loaded onto your system as a virtual game card, allowing you to play that title.
Very nice.
Your digital games will be lined up as virtual game cards on a dedicated management screen. Here, you can load and eject your virtual game cards and manage which games you can play on your system.
This is the big part.
If you have two Nintendo Switch systems, you can eject a virtual game card from one and load it onto the second. Now you can play this game on the second system wherever and whenever you want, just as if you had inserted a physical game card. With virtual game cards, you can freely load and arrange which games you play on up to 2 systems. Local communication with your second system is required, but only the first time. You can also lend out virtual game cards to your Nintendo account family group members. Connect to your family group member system via local wireless when you want to lend a game. Choose the title you're lending and who you're lending it to. And you're done. They can now play on their own system. You can only lend one game at a time to a particular person. Games can be lent out for 2 weeks, after which they will automatically return to you. Making digital games even easier to use. Virtual Game Card.
That's awesome.
So I think for me, this is going to be great, especially with having, we're going to have a split household and stuff like that, right? Is now we don't have to have the physical cartridges going back and forth, because a lot of the physical cartridges I have as digital. So I'll just be like, hey, here you go, transfer it on over, right? So this is going to be for the digital library. It is saying that virtual game cards may not be available for demos and some Nintendo Switch Online member exclusive games, which that's going to be probably, Tetris 99, right? Because you have to have the Switch Online for that,
Well, I mean, I would imagine it wouldn't really do many for like multiplayer or online games anyways, because like you can't do obviously you can't do like Mario Kart with more than 4 players or something like that.
Different switches, right?
Trying to split the game across multiple.
Yeah, you won't be able to do that. You'll still need a separate copy of Mario Kart based if you're going to be doing multiple switches and stuff like that. But for the single player games, like my kids are constantly playing Pikmin 4, Smash Brothers. So they're constantly snagging my Switch because that's where those digital copies are at. So now I can go, okay, cool, go play it on your system. Pop, transfer it on over. Which will be nice. So, it's going to be on the purchase digital systems, on the same, Nintendo account. So we've got, our family plan. So case in point, right? When we do our normal visit and go hang out with each other, say I've got a digital copy of a game that, Theo or Jerry, you guys want to play while we're on the trip or whatever, I can just go here.
Yeah. We don't necessarily have to bring our,
you don't have to bring any of the cartridges or anything, you can I can just transfer it over to you. Like, Theo, you bring out your Switch on the flight, I can go, and you want to be like, hey, I want to try this game. I'll be like, okay, eject, here you go. Right on over to your system because you are on the family account.
Right.
So
Sweet.
I
know it's quite early in the announcement and everything, but I do hope that they have plans to integrate this system with like their new app with the news or whatever, or their Nintendo app, because I kind of hope that there are things that you can do without needing the Switch in front of you. So an example would be like especially with like Matt for your kids, if you're, let's say that you're busy working but they're like really adamant about playing this new game that you have on digital on your account, but you don't have time to go in front of your Switch, it'd be nice if like from the app you can just go like, oh hey, here you go, you just could do that.
See, that would be nice.
Or notifications with that automatic 2-week expiration, like
my Switch is right here,
or like the 2-week automatic expiration. Like, I mean, any one of us know that we don't necessarily finish things within 2 weeks. It'd be nice if there was just like a quick notification. Hey, do you want to renew this lend out or whatever?
Yeah.
Hopefully there's something implemented like that or I agree. Like, I feel like 14 days is a little.
That's not bad though.
It's not bad.
No,
but
I mean, it's better than nothing.
But if you're giving it to someone you already have like within the family account, that's obviously someone you trust. So I just feel like that's not a whole lot of time for you to really like dive into the game if you're going to want to.
No, 2 weeks is a
What?
while, man.
It's
Like,
I mean,
Okay.
think
A
about
good
this,
while.
right?
mean,
Is-
You know what? That's 2 weeks.
it depends on what game it is and
Yeah.
how into it you are. You know, like,
And I guess to a
let's be
certain, I guess to
real.
a certain point, if the person you're lending it to and you don't talk to them for more than 2 weeks at a time, they're probably not on your family account anyway.
correct. Well, no, because my cousin's on the family account.
Oh, okay.
I talk
Well,
to
it's
him
not as much
once a
that, but I
month
mean,
or
like,
so.
you
Okay.
can beat a lot of games within 2 weeks. It's like,
Yeah.
it's not that hard.
So-
Speak for yourself, sir. I can't do that.
I mean, like,
Even if I played
granted,
2
now
weeks
I
straight.
I can't do that.
Even if
right
I played
now,
2 weeks
but-
straight,
Yeah.
I ain't beating Zelda in 2 weeks.
So
Like,
real quick,
Link's Awakening.
this is only going to be available currently right now, end of April or late April for the Switch, Switch Lite, and the Switch OLED models. Now, the one thing that they put out here, and this will lead into what we're going to talk about for our wish list for tomorrow's direct, is that compatible systems must be linked to a Nintendo account to use virtual game cards. Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games and Nintendo Switch 2 edition games can only be loaded on a Switch 2 system, which this means by seeing
makes sense.
this, they're going with a new Nintendo or the new 3DS XL,
Yeah, it's going to be a different type of cartridge,
where
different mold.
just like PS5, you cannot play a PS5 version of a game on a PS4,
Yeah.
right?
I don't think it'd be
So-
necessarily a new cartridge.
or
but
just
at the
a
very-
just a
but at the
different
very
code
least,
that
the-
allows it to play.
The code require or the software requirements is going to be different. So
It's going to be hardware requirements.
run it,
pretty
yeah.
much,
But in
so
Nintendo
I wanna
fashion, I feel like they're gonna change it up.
I mean, it did definitely help that they did the different shapes when going across DS and
Yeah.
3DS and all that. Like at
Because
least
then you can tell.
instantly
but-
knew, even if somebody took the sticker off of the game, you knew what system it belonged to.
Mhm.
Yeah. So in the end, I still think it's a great thing, especially for those that have kids on the family account, right? And you're not necessarily, there are some digital games that, I bought knowing like at the time my kids weren't going to play it. They
Mhm.
weren't going to be interested in it. And then all of a sudden they started getting interested in it, right? Case in point, Mario and Rabbids, Kingdom Battles, right? That's a TAC RPG. I bought
Mhm.
that when it first came out. My kids weren't going to be playing TAC RPGs at all back then, and then they started seeing it, wanting to play it. They tried it, that sort of thing. So I think, for those that do the digital, account, especially when they were doing the coupons where you can get the 2 games for $100,
Yeah,
those select titles,
those were awesome.
that's a huge savings for a family, right? You buy the digital copies,
Mm.
you're saving,
Yeah, that's a good point.
10, $20, you actually saved a little bit more because they did Tears of the Kingdom as part of it, right? So,
Yeah.
at that point now, all those digital games I bought as part of that two for 100, now all I have to do is basically just eject it, send it over to my kids' Switch, and they start playing it. My youngest is looking forward to being able to play Smash Brothers on his Switch, and my oldest is wanting to play Pokemon on his Switch, or not Pokemon, but Pikmin 4 on his Switch. So therefore, he's got it, right? They can go play it. Don't have to worry about buying a physical copy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So as we were also looking at things for, what games I was gonna have to buy extra copies for, like I said, for Split House, like a lot of parents have to do, right? Now I don't have to worry about that because most of the games that we have, I've already got digitally.
Mhm.
The only one I need
Right.
to pick up digitally essentially is going to be Mario Odyssey.
Okay,
And then I have everything
not
else
too bad.
for the most part, so, but speaking of Switch 2, we know the direct is coming tomorrow. We know it's going to be an hour long. So it's going to start out at 6 a.m. Pacific and it's going to go, an hour long. We don't know the full details of what we're going to see. So I wanted us to put us out there, as, part of this really quick is what is our wish list on what we want to actually see during this direct for the hour that they're showing it off.
Wind Waker.
Pretty much.
Oh
Yeah. Although I think the rumor sphere out there is saying that they they think that a Breath of the Wild remaster might come
Remaster.
out. Yeah.
Ew, don't do that, please.
Which I like. Just give me Wind Waker.
Still feel like it was
Or
good enough.
give us that
as
Wind
long
Waker
as long
Twilight
as Switch 2
Princess
is backwards compatible,
remastered,
I'm
like
fine.
a combo or
Yep.
whatever, like what they've been doing with
If they're
Mario.
gonna do that,
something like
If they're gonna do a remaster, I want Ocarina of Time.
or Ocarina and Wind Waker. Yeah,
Do
like, do
Ocarina
something.
in the Breath of the Wild engine would be
Okay.
Ooh,
amazing.
that'd be sweet.
That'd be pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that'd be cool.
So we know they're gonna give us a date. They're gonna give us a price point. What do you guys think the price point's gonna be?
$3.99.
Really?
I'm
I don't
I'm
think it'd be that
ballparking it.
small.
I'm ballparking at $400 to $450.
Real? Oh, okay.
Well,
No, that's-
just
that's
a
not
little
bad.
over, Jerry.
$3.99. Yeah. I think $3.99.
Somewhere
is
in
gonna be the
I don't think
solid.
they go over $450 though.
Okay.
I
I think.
think
I
Because
think.
here's
I
the thing:
think.
is you
I
go
think with
500.
where. I think
You
with
go
where
500
things
on
are
that,
at
you're gonna
in
be
the world, I think it's going to be closer to 5. I think it'll be closer to 5.
Well, maybe here in
that's-
the maybe here in the
that's a good.
states because of the tariff.
Well, I don't
That's a
care
good
about
guess.
prices in other countries. I don't care about prices here.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
No,
know,
no, that's
I'm,
still a good
I'm
guess.
American. I'm selfish as hell.
That's still a good guess. I mean, because
I think
because
probably
of the
maybe
tariffs, yeah.
450 because of the jump in the technology. We know that OLEDs are running 350.
Yep.
So to pay an extra $100 for the new tech, it is supposed to be as powerful as a PS4 Pro.
That's disappointing
Why?
because they're still way behind in times for technology on their consoles then on hardware. That's 2 gens behind in hardware.
How's that 2 gens? It's 1 gen.
No, that's 1 gen in consoles, 2 gens
in
in
PC.
Well,
In
okay. But
components.
we ain't talking PC though. I mean,
No
let's be
matter. It's still
Yeah,
use the
still.
components.
honest.
They're out there. They've been out there, or
I-
even lesser components that can make it more powerful. Yeah, I understand that, but
I would-
consoles in console language,
Yes,
the
console
Switch
is just
2 is
1 gen.
it's a pretty decent.
It's a big jump for
it's
it.
a big
Yeah.
jump, yeah, for it.
I hope they don't shadow drop that pre-order start tomorrow.
Oh God.
That has been a
No.
rumor that's going around that
There goes bots all over the
Yeah,
place.
bots.
Bots.
Yeah,
orders
either
may
way,
tomorrow.
either way, I'm gonna
I-
wait.
I feel like yes, it's good to pre-order it, but at the same time, dude, just midnight release it like they've done
Yeah.
before. Like bots
I-
are the ones that have been screwing over all the consoles
Mhm.
constantly. You know.
Yeah, make me earn the console by sitting
Yeah.
outside the Target at freaking 3 a.m, just hoping to get a ticket
right?
to buy.
Yeah,
So I think for me, my biggest thing is outside of the price and everything is I do want to see what the launch lineup's going to be.
Hmm.
Part of it is because
I'm very interested as well.
I want to see if I'm right. and,
About?
and if I've been right for the last 6 months. Remember, I've said since Prime 4, we really got that news of when it was coming. I
Okay.
said my prediction was that it was a bridge title. That it was going to be like Breath of the Wild. It was
You're
going to
gonna
be
get
like
both-
Twilight Princess.
versions.
That it's going to be on
Hmm.
both systems. We're going to get 2 versions of it. So I want to see if I was right the whole time that's the
Okay.
bridge title.
Mhm.
I would guess they're probably going to be doing a 3D Mario.
Well,
Because the last one-
isn't the high rumors Odyssey 2 is a launch title for Switch 2?
That is a rumor.
Mm-hmm.
That it's a Odyssey S game.
Okay.
And then also I personally think that Mario Kart 9 is going to be a launch title.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Especially given they put it on the trailer, right?
Yeah.
When they did the
Mhm.
teaser for it. I also want to see if the Joy-Cons are going to be able to double up as a mouse. Which is
Yeah,
some
I
people
do
are
want to see
theorizing.
what
That's
is
what I'm
about.
hoping to at least get some clarity on tomorrow. To see, like, hopefully they'll show some other features and like finally
Mhm.
answer if that's like if it's going to be a mouse or I don't know, something
Because
another.
that would make me extremely happy because at least that would help. I think that would help bridge some things with PC players, because if you could use that with FPS games and have a Joy-Con as a mouse, like I love using a mouse for point and shoot, because using an analog stick for shooting or aiming is awful, but I love analog sticks for movement. So like I am cross between, but if they do that, and I would be, I would drop my jaw. Sorry, not my drawers. My drawers will fill up if they announce that like you can dock it and practically use it as a computer with a browser or whatever, kind of like how they did try to do stuff with Wii U, that you could do browser, YouTube apps, all that stuff, but
that would be interesting.
You could browse pretty anything that you really wanted. And granted, you can do that with the Switch too, but with an on-screen keyboard or whatever. But if you can do a Bluetooth peripheral and do keyboard and just like basically dock it and just do stuff, that would be amazing. I would change my pants within 5 seconds of that being announced.
Okay. That'd be sweet on both accounts.
Not what's in the pants, but okay.
No, but I think that would be, I mean, that'd be huge though. If they're doing the ability to do like mouse and keyboard, right?
I just hope they show the features and like show a little bit more in the trailer, other than like,
oh yeah,
just showing some animation and like the whole Switch.
I mean, you have to admit,
and then the price. Like, I'm hoping they have some sort of presentation and show something.
They did a really good one when they did the original Switch launch, right? And everything that it did and whatnot, right?
That's true. So yeah, I hope they stick with it.
Yeah. So you know what? Hey, just give it to me. And now, I'm probably gonna. I mean, depending on when it comes out, I will probably have one for launch. I will probably have a launch edition.
Oh, nice.
Knowing me, I just won't be able to get launch edition.
Yeah, it really depends. Like, I think for me,
at least at launch,
if
I'll have OG.
So last real quick, before you go on to what we've been playing, friendly bet, what is the launch month?
Launch month? Okay.
Yeah. Date is irrelevant. I'm thinking more just in what month do we see it? One of the rumors is June.
Switch 2?
For Switch
June
2.
of this year or June next year?
June of it's coming out this year. So we know it's actually coming out this year. Rumor is June.
November.
Potential.
I'm saying October.
Jason says November.
Really?
I say October.
October.
No, I think no, I'm thinking November.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm playing prices right with this bitch then, because I think August.
You're going December 1st?
Really?
August. Okay.
Yeah, I think August.
If Jay,
Wait to $1,
November,
sir.
I'll go September. That's fine. Because then Matt's got
why?
August.
Why you always got to do that? It doesn't
What
matter.
are you talking about? Why does it do it? Like,
No, I'm asking the collective.
I'm just saying. I
says
believe.
November.
I believe
Jason's
in you.
just trying to even
November.
out the spread, so that
yeah,
way,
even that way,
okay.
that way somebody wins, bro.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, I got you.
Because what if it happens to be September? It's like, oh, none of us get September.
Yeah.
Then anything before August is a win for us.
No, I think
just as is.
November.
I think it's going to be, for me, I think August. If you do, I think in November, doing it right before
because I think that they're going to promote the hell out of it. Like, no, yeah.
You're going to want lead time into the holiday to really promote the heck out of that and have
That's what I mean. Like,
hands-on with
you
it.
have the whole summer to promote that and so many events that you can promote it. That's why I'm thinking like
it's holidays, man. Like,
but yeah, to lead into holidays. That's why I'm saying like you have all that time to promote it, and like between September and November, that's when you want to get it going out. So like that's why I think those are the prime months. I think summer they're going to promote the hell out of it, and then between October and November. But I think November.
I don't know. I think Matt might have something with August, because like let's look at Nintendo's announcement or marketing.
I'm also
like,
sticking to my
5
guns.
years.
You never know.
Remember,
where they just decided it's like, oh yeah, pre-order today.
I predicted probably like August-ish as well originally, given the time frames and everything.
Also isn't a bad call, because they, Nintendo can be predictable, where they like, no, we want to get it out there.
Or they just want to
August.
take a page
Yeah,
out
you
of
never
Apple's
know.
book, do a keynote, just like pre-order start today. You'll
Boom.
get it in a week.
Yeah, you never know. So that's why, like, a lot of, I mean, we're all relatively. It's between August and November. We're all close to each other.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
I mean, either it's a good spread. Yeah, you're right, Jason. I think it's going to be a good spread.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just rounding it out, but my gut says November, just because it's going to be at the very end. They're going to have the most amount of units that they can have for the Christmas push.
Yeah.
And, you know, everybody and their mama is going to be like, I need to get one of those. And
Mm-hmm.
then at the same time, too, it's going to give them some time for them to have the quantities on hand. So then that way the bot situation
Yeah.
doesn't become
Well, they're already
like a-
saying that there shouldn't be a bot problem for
And
this launch.
also on top of that,
Shouldn't.
That's what everybody says that
Shouldn't.
there shouldn't.
but
Yeah,
the
there shouldn't.
also on top of that is that it's perfect timing right now as well, because there's no competition. There's no new consoles coming out. So why wouldn't you want to at least get it close to holiday and get those holiday numbers?
Yeah, get that holiday money, man. Like,
Yeah.
Why
have
would you
people
want to
wait in line again?
Why would you want to wait until the holidays when you have all that time leading up to the holidays to be selling the crap out of it with no competition?
No, but
But
I mean,
to get
what are we
inventory
gonna with what
and-
games
and
though?
So
So, give you an idea.
With what games?
Super Nintendo.
We got to wait till
launched-
tomorrow.
So real quick, close this out. Super Nintendo launched August 23rd of 91.
Okay.
Virtual Boy August 14th of 95.
Ooh,
Game Boy
Bad move,
Pocket
Kyle.
was September 3rd. N64 was September 29th.
wow. I mean, yeah, man. You have some.
You know,
You got
Game
some
Boy
sway there.
Advance was in June. I don't think we see it that early in June.
No, no way.
Now GameCube, that was November 18th of 01.
Mhm.
And Nintendo DS was November of that year that it came out. The DS Lite was June of that year. The Nintendo Wii was November 19th.
Okay.
The DSi was November 1st.
And
DSi
these
XL
are all
was in
current
November.
gen. Like at that
This
point,
is their track
this was
record.
the
Their
new.
track
Yeah,
This is their
was
track
the
record.
new
The
generation.
the
So it
3DS
makes sense.
the 3DS XL came out August 19th.
Mm,
The Wii U came out in November. The 2DS was October.
those are handhelds. Yeah.
The new Nintendo 3DS was October of when it released. The Switch was March 3rd.
Yeah.
So I think given their track record,
Mhm.
like even the OLED Switch came out in October. So given their track record, I'm gonna put it still at August. I think it's either I'm gonna be right or Jason's gonna be right. Given their track record, right? It's either their major home consoles or either August or November.
I also
So-
said November 2, Dick.
Well,
You know,
okay,
I
tiebreaker.
switched it up
Give me a
just
date.
for
Give me a
just
date.
for the
Tiebreaker.
spread.
Give me a
Just
date.
for the spread.
For the spread, just do first half or second half.
First half or second half? Who's taking which?
Go ahead, Jared.
November.
I'll let you decide first.
Damn, this is still like your.
I already know
realm,
my
too.
answer, and I'm hoping I get it, but I just want you to
I know
say
my
it.
answer too if I was in your position.
Top
I'll
half.
even
There you go.
yeah.
First half.
Good.
Okay, first half.
Good, because I wanted second
right.
half because there's
Well,
You wanted the second half
Yeah.
for Black
It's gonna come
Friday?
up- Yeah, no, it's gonna release a few weeks before it's gonna release a week before Thanksgiving.
Ooh, that's tight.
That's
for
a
your
bold,
for your second half.
bold
sir.
prediction,
That's
Cotton.
tight.
Like right at the cutoff point of the halfway mark.
All right.
Oh, okay.
So Jay's gonna be like,
Um,
"Oh, it's the 15th. Oh, it's the 17th. Oh, so sad."
Yep.
It's gonna be a week before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So,
Okay, you
How
got some
am I-
room.
wait, hey,
This
Jay,
year,
how am I gonna be
Thanksgiving
again?
is on
How
the
am I gonna be again?
27th. So you got some
So-
room.
Yeah. So I got a little bit.
So
of
next
wiggle room.
next week's show, we will do a full breakdown on the direct. I'm working on trying to get a couple of our Nintendo buddies on as well.
Cool.
With Cheesy and Genebo. See if they'll join us so we can talk about and break down the Switch 2 Direct. I hope everybody enjoys the direct tomorrow. We've all been waiting a long time for this. Can't believe the Switch is out for 8 years at this point.
Finally getting the second
So,
iteration of the console.
We're finally getting the second iteration.
Yeah.
So,
I forget how long has it been?
What now?
How long has it been between consoles for them?
March, beginning of March of 2017.
Do you count the light and stuff?
No,
like
I
that
don't
as a
count
console?
those.
Nah.
I count just the actual
OG
generation,
yeah.
the platform.
Like
Yeah,
The
because
generation.
even the upgrade with OLED wasn't really much of
Yeah,
a
you
hardware
know,
upgrade.
OG.
And we had we had the Switch 2.0 or the 1.2 or whatever they wanted to call it, where it got that little tiny upgrade, from a performance perspective. But
and the different box.
yeah.
Yes.
So I do want to real quick as we close out the show tonight, I do want to give a shout out to our YouTube specific followers. We finally hit 100.
Hey,
Nice.
thank
There
you
we go.
guys.
Looking at it, so thank you guys that have been following us over there now too.
Yeah, we don't ever
Um,
say like and subscribe, do we?
Yeah, like
No.
and subscribe.
I mean, we
please.
do.
Nah.
We
Like
do.
and subscribe.
It's
hit that
because
notification
we
button.
want to have fun. We want our people to have fun. We want to be like, hey,
Yeah.
yo, check this
Yeah.
out. Like,
You don't
Check it
want
out.
to break
So,
the
just
fourth
relax,
wall. Hey,
you know, like-
really quick, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Nice.
So, anyways,
good
so
plug, Jay.
Back to
Good plug.
I want to thank everyone for crashing game night with us tonight. Catch the episode this weekend. I'll try and get it up a little bit sooner with the direct and everything going up. But like what you heard, drop us a follow on the platform of your choice. You can head on over to crashinggamenight.com, find links to everything. But with
I
everything
guess
going
that
on in the
counts,
world,
right, Theo? Does that count?
What's up?
that
Does
counts.
that count with Matt? He says that every week.
I think so. Yeah.
Go to crashinggamenight.com.
Yeah,
Hey,
kinda.
all our videos
That's it.
are posted along with the audio clips
But to
every
be a
single week.
stickler, he
so-
hasn't said it for a few weeks.
Oh,
Just to
I
be
say
a
it every
stickler.
single week.
No,
Go.
it says every single week.
I say
Every
every
week.
single week.
Yeah.
Not platforms.
Yeah.
Not on all platforms. Nope.
He does. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I say
Bro,
Might
on
have
the
to go to
platform
the
of
tape.
your choice. Anyways, but with everything going on in the world, just please be excellent to each other.
That's right, everyone. All you nerds out there, be cool, be sweet. Just want to extend that same message out there. We just want to try to do and be better. If you see the opportunity to help out or lend a hand, let's try. And, step outside our comfort zone a little bit and just try and help someone out. You guys be you do you. And be cool, baby. To J Rock, be safe. J Bone.
you know,
baby.
guys, it is April Fools. I'm glad none of us hit each other with a joke. It's fine. It's cool. You know, we're older now. We're beyond that April foolishness.
I don't know if
Anyways,
we're beyond the foolishness. I just feel like I'm at the
Yeah, we're
age
just-
that
yeah,
I can't
like-
think of anything good.
Nah, I think it's like we've heard a lot of them already.
The creativeness
just remember-
is
Or we
is
just overthink
degraded.
it because I
Yeah.
know I overthink it too much. Where I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna do it.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, if you guys haven't done it already, it is tax season. It's been tax season, but it is crunch time tax season for all of us that normally do it at the last minute. So don't forget about that. I'll let you guys. I'll remind
I
you
already
guys
got my
next week
check
as
back.
well. See, like I haven't even looked at what my WTs.
Yeah, I
look
was
like.
actually pretty lazy on my taxes this year.
Yeah.
Usually I'm like right
Yeah.
on it, and I only did it like
mine's done.
2 weeks ago.
But I will
I'm
remind you guys again next week. You know, it is that time. You know, file your taxes. You know, unless you owe a lot of money, then don't file your taxes. Take the jail time. You know, whatever. Don't listen to me.
We
Crashing
do
Game
not.
Night does not
We do
reflect
not.
any of the
Right.
comments or opinions heard on this show. You know,
Oh my
like
god.
just
It's a good thing we're
jokes.
not.
Come
Good
on,
thing we haven't
April
reached
Fools, guys.
influencer
That's so
status
great.
yet.
Just
I
be
love
kind,
April
rewind.
Fools.
I loved it.
All right. Anyways.
Anyways, you know, it's that time of night. My man, Theowalski sent us out like you do.
Ayo.
Oh yeah.
Well, to all you out there, thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. Until next time, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
Good night, everybody.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.